Welcome to Octane Mobile Gaming. Welcome once again to the channel. I'm Octane, your host, and today we're gonna take a first look at the deck for tomorrow's event. Hopefully the event is tomorrow. Last week the event took a day to actually start, so we lost one day of the commander event, which wasn't too bad because I actually got a day to rest. So we're gonna take a look at the ultimate form first, and then we move on to the other cards. So it's a noble killer deck, and the event is a fire slayer event. Hopefully the deck is good. I haven't seen the deck before, so let's take a look at this card. The ultimate form, all true crew, and all true crew upgrades all fire power gems by 3 ranks, and it becomes immune to enemies attack for 1 turn. It's got a 4-turn cooldown, which isn't very good. In a Slayer event, you want a deck that is quite quick. 2-turn cooldown, 1-turn cooldown, reset. That's what you're looking for. 4-turn cooldown deck is not really good. It's only because it's got this immunity on board, which we don't really need in a Slayer event. But a lot of the decks now are geared towards GVG. So Network is mainly focused on GVG because that's where they're raking in all their cash now on GVG. They're raking in their cash from the new V Defender, the new and improved Dragoons, so on and so forth. So that's where they're making their money. Let's first passive on board. Sharpened Saws increases self damage by 75%. This can be silenced. This cannot be silenced, I should say. Cannot be silenced. So it cannot be silenced by any skill that will silence a passive. So that means weaken and silence and mute. Cannot be silenced, which is quite nice. Alright, so moving on to the next passive, it creates 6 firepower gem 8s at the start of each turn. So it doesn't create a lot of firepower gem. It hasn't got a really massive increase when it comes to self damage, and it upgrades power gems to 3 rank, which is nice. Upgrading power gem to 3 rank is really nice. However, upgrading your power gems does give you a bit of boost to your damage output. It doesn't give you a massive increase to your damage output. Damage increase, attack increase, that's what give you a massive amount of damage output. Those are the areas that you want to multiply in. Yeah, creating lots of gems on the board, getting them crushed, getting them to higher level does do a bit, but it doesn't really do the maximum amount that you want. Okay, so this week we have got Slumber, which affects passive abilities. So that passive ability will not be affected by Slumber, but your passive that generates the 6 power gem 8s will be affected by Slumber. The next counter skill is Chaos. Chaos will destroy your entire board. That is one that you'd want to dispel, especially if you're using cards that create your power gems at the end of the turn. Let's go back and see if it creates 6 firepower gem at the start of each turn. So that passive ability won't be affected by Chaos. Chaos happens at the end of each turn, and if you're creating your power gems at the start of each turn, Chaos won't affect the passive ability of this card. So that's okay. So let's see which one of these two are going to create our power gems and increase the level of the power gems. So this one is the immunity card, and it's the one that's going to create your 6 power gems. So this one, if you're just starting out in the game and you're looking for a card to give you immunity, this is a nice one. But if you've been in the game for quite a long time, you would have had loads of immunity loads of cards that give you revive. So this card isn't very powerful, isn't very useful in the event or going forward as a seasoned player in even GVG. Now this is Colossal Champion, and this is the one that's going to upgrade all your firepower gem by 3 ranks. It will increase its self damage by 75%, but it isn't very powerful on its own. If you have this card to your combo, it's gonna upgrade your power gem to 3 rank, and so is your ultimate form, so that's give you a 6. Both together are gonna upgrade your power gems by 6 rank, which give you really high level power gems. But if you haven't got cards that are creating power gems in the first place for you to upgrade, because this card doesn't create any power gems, and the ultimate form only creates 6 power gems, so that's not a lot of power gems to be upgrading. You need cards that creates power gems, you need cards that's gonna give you damage boost, you need card that's gonna give you attack boost. So this card is okay, especially if you haven't got anything else that will give you the upgrade. It's okay to have. It's much better than the Master Collection card, but it isn't a brilliant card. Now, what would I say about the deck? I think this season, this deck is the best of all the decks that I've seen so far this season. All the decks this season, I would say, is absolute excrement, absolute garbage. Water deck, rubbish. I thought the dark deck was good until I realized that the ability for it to increase another dark commander card's damage by 250% was random, so that made it rubbish. The Earth Slayer deck was garbage. The light deck was garbage. Didn't get anything from that, didn't want anything from that because I had the coins to craft it. Didn't craft it. I've got 124 coins because I haven't seen anything so far that I actually want to craft. Now this deck, I'll go ahead and craft it because for me, I think it's the best of all the decks so far, so I'll craft this one. But if I could save my coins to take over into the next season, I would, because there's absolutely nothing that I like from this season. This season has been absolute rubbish. The decks were excrement, absolute excrement. Goldwing Gale, and this one reduces damage taken from enemies attack by 30% for 1 turn. It's got a 3 turn cooldown, and it creates 5 firepower gems 5s at the start of each turn. It's okay, nothing to write home about, not really that powerful. Let's look at his supporting card. So the supporting card for this week, Copper Colossus, and this one creates 6 firepower gem 1s and heal for 400% of hero recovery. At least Network is showing us some form of consistency when it comes to the supporting card. They show consistency in other areas, but those areas are not worthy to speak about. Consistency, they had a consistency this season of giving us rubbish deck, and that was quite consistent. 127 coins, so I can actually craft 3 cards. I can craft 2 ultra rare, and I can craft 1 Master Collection card. So let's go ahead and craft the Master Collection card. There we go. And let's now go ahead and craft the ultra rare, and that's it. And let's now go ahead and craft the ultimate form. So we're gonna forge the ultimate form, and that's the ultimate form. Still got 43 coins left. I can actually craft another card. I did get a Master Collection card for the water deck, but I don't really like the water deck so much, so I'm gonna hold off if I manage to get so let's go into the vault and see what happens. I don't really need to go into the vault. I don't have to go into the vault. I don't really need the relic. I don't really need any of the cards. I don't even need the main hero, because I can actually get a main hero from the 6-star collection. I can get a main hero here and get my shiny Master Collection card. So you know what, I'm gonna save my coin, I'm gonna save my gems, and that is what I'm going to do tomorrow. See what we get. So let's look at the news link for this week. So the news link for this week is quite interesting. It said, guess a maximum level event hero, take your heroes to the max with this limited time offer. Starting now, all heroes in the vault from the current Robbery on Rails event will come with maxed out level. In addition, crafting or evolving the ultimate hero all through arms will also result in maxed out level. For example, evolving it to 6 star would result in a level 200 hero. Please note that the max level promotion does not apply to crafting the ultra rare or master hero or shiny master hero or earning the support or main hero from the event. Furthermore, awakening level will be lost for the ultimate hero upon evolving it during this time frame. So please bear that in mind. I just craft 3 cards. I craft the master, ultra, and ultimate. They will not be at max level because it doesn't apply to that. Guarantee ultra rare, you get a guarantee ultra rare on tier 7 of the vault, and it says blah blah blah. Let's go. Event vault will be made permanently. So it says starting with the robbery on rail event, the guarantee event ultra rare card on step 7 of the event vault will be made permanent. Now that is something that I have been saying for a long time, and I am really pleased to see that now you can get a guarantee master collection card on tier 6 and a guarantee ultra rare on tier 7. That is absolutely brilliant. Not all the time we can go up to tier 7, but when you go up to tier 7, it should be that you can get an ultimate hero. Now that has been made permanent. Round of applause please for network. At least they listen to one suggestion that I've been making for a long time. If they can only listen to some of the suggestions that I've been making over the years, especially for the proven ground where we can only craft 1 season coin, we should be able to craft 2 season coin. That would be a great improvement to the game as well. Now this is a great improvement. Really love that. Intensity generation remove. Also starting with robbery on the rails event, all ultimate and support hero will no longer create killer theme intensity, since these hero no longer uses intensity in any of their abilities. That is a double-edged sword because you still have cards from past decks that still needs intensity, and they made it so that some of these cards they only create 1 extra power gem by generating 200 intensity. Now taking that away from the new cards render the old cards useless, absolutely useless. And this is what I'm talking about when I speak about stealth nerf. Now this is a stealth nerf to the older cards that rely on intensity to create power gems. For example, Supreme Santa increases the amount of damage you do based on intensity. So if you have a water noble deck that doesn't generate intensity, you can't really use Supreme Santa with that deck to do much damage because there will be nothing on the deck creating intensity for Supreme Santa. So Supreme Santa is now being stealth nerf. So now you see what I'm saying, that they introduce new things to the new decks and it nerfs older cards. Supreme Santa is now being nerfed. Circuit Break Illyria is now being stealth nerf because Circuit Break Illyria is an arcane killer card that boosts the attack output of arcane killer cards, and if there's no arcane killer card on the deck to increase the intensity so you can tap into that 5,650 attack increase, what is the point? What is the point of having that card on the deck? So that's a stealth nerf, if you ask me. That's absolutely what is a stealth nerf. So the new event, so let me claim this. This is really good, where you can get ultimate form, even though I got a duplicate of a card that I had before. Let's see, it's a water card, water, and let's go. I think it's a water commando. It was water commander card. I don't think it was water slave. I think it was a water commander card, and I got this one. So I've got 2 of these cards. Okay, so I think they've actually sorted it out because I've only seen 1 copy. Let's see if they evolve. something is amiss because I haven't got the souls, but I've only got one copy of that card. It's a noble killer. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So I've only got one copy of that card. That is the hero, the ultimate hero that I got from Network, and I've only got one copy. So hopefully they have given me souls. And well, they should give me, yeah, hopefully they've given me the souls in my inbox. I'm gonna check my inbox soon to see if they've given me the souls. So GVG has ended, final standing, and the new event is called Robbery on the Rails, and that is about it for that. Let's look at possible deck combination when it comes to the new deck. Let's go over. Okay, so let's start here. These are the historical cards. These are the historical cards when it comes to Noble Killer. Let's get all four up. This is the oldest. Despot of Despair. This was one of the first cards. Well, the first 5 cards. This was one of them. This was the last one that we got that had the bonus attack buff. This was after the nerf. This one creates 3 firepower gems and 3 firepower gem 4s and 4 firepower gem 2, and it received the bonus attack buff. It creates an ultimate gem, which is absolute garbage, doesn't really work. This is Clandestine Clan, not too bad. It spawns 4 power gem 5s plus 1 more per 200 Noble Killer intensity. Now this card has been nerfed because the cards going forward will not generate intensity, so this one doesn't generate any intensity. So putting this one alongside this one, you won't get twice the amount of intensity. This will be the only card on the deck creating intensity, so you won't be able to tap into the ability for this card to create extra power gems. So basically they've done away with all the old cards. So all the old cards, all the money you've spent on your old cards is useless. So you see where I'm coming from. It's pointless spending money on this game. After a gem crush happens, it heals for 15% of maximum HP and dispels all debuff. Can occur once per turn, stacked with other heroes with the same effect. So this card will dispel your likes of your slumber, it will dispel your chaos, so on and so forth. Its counter skill doesn't. So Judo Alliance was the last one that we received. It delays all enemies attack timer by 1 turn. So this is also a delay card, just like the current one, and both have got a 4-turn cooldown. This has got the bonus attack as well, and it does increase self attack by 100%. Damage is bigger than attack because damage is calculated after everything. Attack is added to everything. But mixing the two together, you get a bigger bang for your buck. Passive, it creates 8 firepower gem 2s at the start of each. Create 8 firepower gem 7s, sorry, not firepower gem 2s, firepower gem 7s at the start of each turn. And whenever a delay or invulnerable skill is used, it gains a double attack for 1 turn. And we all just saw the current ultimate form. So those are the 4 ultimate forms that you can use within this event coming up tomorrow, if it starts tomorrow. These are some useful cards. Now you've got the likes of Honor Roll Luminaires, creating its 7 firepower gem 5 and resisting 15% of attack from the enemy. The first time you use this hero's battle skill in battle, it has an additional effect. On turns where you crush gems, this hero attacks with 50% increase, and it's got bonus attack as well. This is, I think this was the last card we got from the last Fire Slayer event, Star Fury Squadron. This increases Fire Slayer's damage by 100% for 4 turns and become immune to enemies attack for 1 turn. So it's a 4-turn cooldown. So all of these cards have got immunity. Most of these cards have got immunity simply because it's geared towards GVG. Passive ability, Once per turn, if activated damage or attack buff in invulnerability skill, it upgrades all fire power gem by 1 rank. At the start of each turn, it creates 6 fire power gem 8s. You've got Judo Alliance again. You've got Wasteland Warriors, which is okay, creates quite a bit of power gem, 14 power gem 6s. It's got the bonus attack buff, and once per turn when you crush gems, it dispels 1 enemy buff and increase this hero's attack by 60%. You've got a really oldie but goodie Blitzkrieg Beast. I've got the 4-star, won't do as much damage as current ultimate form. Can't figure out why, because it's got its base stat, its health is lower than its attack. The older cards used to have massive attack when it comes to their base stat. If you take a look at Blitzkrieg Beast and you take a look at Judo Alliance, it's got a bigger health than its attack. Blitzkrieg Beast is got a lower health, but if I really should look at a Blitzkrieg Beast attack, even though it's higher than its health, its base stat is really small comparing to the current cards. Awoken 2 times. Alright, so let's move on. So you've got the likes Primal Bovine, Culinary Kings, which will give you a double upgrade to your power gems. You've got Shields of Greed, which upgrade power gems twice on every 3rd turn. So this one, its passive ability is quite nice, upgrading 10 fire power gem by 1 rank at the start of every turn, and then upgrade all fire power gem by 1 rank at the start of every 3rd turn. So it does this on turn 1, on turn 0, and it does it 3 turns later on. So that's not it's a nice card to use as well. Not a massive damage dealing card. This is the next one, District Defenders. This one creates 7 fire power gem 7s. It heals as well, increases Fire Slayer's attack by 60%, not really but a big bang for your buck. Increases Fire Slayer attack instead by 200% when you're ambushing, and it upgrades all fire power gem by 1 rank and becomes immune to enemies attack for 1 turn. It's got 1 turn cooldown, so that is not too bad. You've got Legends Reborn. Legend Reborn grants the next Fire Slayer hero to activate a battle skill 550% damage buff. So this is going to be the card that you will want to run on your deck alongside the likes of Metaverse Master. Combined with Metaverse Master, it can give you 700% damage increase. You just need to find the card that you're going to use to do your damage. We haven't got cards like the likes of Heretic Hunters to do massive damage within the Fire Slayer side of things. So, but you can find a card that will do really decent damage. So those are some of the cards. This is one combination I thought might work, using Honor Roll Luminaires as the main damage dealer, because I've got the Reaping Star and Awoken 2 times. But when the Fire Slayer events start, I'll see what actually works and what doesn't work. So hopefully information helps you out. As I said, this season we haven't really got a deck that stands out from the rest. All the decks are garbage in my estimation. They're all garbage. So that's it from me. So like, subscribe, and as always, this is iOctane saying enjoy the rest of your day and peace.